G'day guys, just a couple of quick tips. I've forgotten to make the video whilst I was doing it. We've just done a starter motor here and a rocket cover gasket. So when doing a starter motor on the E87 or E90, be prepared to remove the intake manifold. They don't have carbon issues, but you may find at the same time your rocket cover's leaking and you're better off just doing the whole job together. It's quite a beautiful design, they always were, where all the wiring, all the harness for the plugs will pull over here. All of this will come over here. The main things to remember for this job, so you've got your distribution electrical box here. It's actually held on, I haven't put it back yet. See where it holds on? You can see it there. There's 2 screws for that. So you're not trying to release this off some sort of quick release carrier. On the bottom of it is a purge control solenoid with a rubber like this. That goes on like a quick release sort of rubber, sort of grommet. And it's hidden quite well. That's the release line for the purge control. Now, you are probably going to break, or it will already be internally broken, this hose. Now, in this event, I've actually repaired it because I know my repairs are absolutely perfect. I've saved the guy the money, and basically this purge hose clicks in 2 locations under the manifold. Replace it. If it's old and brittle, definitely replace it because you don't want to be pulling the manifold out. I'm not sure if you can actually do it without pulling the manifold out. Probably not. Look, no. You need to pull the manifold out. So be prepared to replace this hose. I had an issue over here and I've repaired it. Otherwise, the hose is in good condition. What else? Be gentle with these connectors. These types. You've got this here. I think it's a PCV heater. On the other side, there's a similar device, and then you've got another one as well. You might want to mark down how many connectors you've got. You may forget to connect, for example, the purge control under there, or you don't want to forget this, but that'd be quite easy to find if you did leave it disconnected. You may want to make a count of how many connections you've actually got to do. Now regarding the starter motor, that's all straightforward once you're down there. So we've got the fuel hose here, secured here, and with a clip over there. You do not need to remove it from here, but if you wanted to, you could. And you can remove the manifold and bring it up a little bit to remove these 2 screws. This stays. I think that's the vacuum pump. No, hang on. Yeah, vacuum pump hose. If the vacuum pump's leaking, now's the time to reseal it. You'll need to disconnect this and these and bring them all away. So this carrier will actually end up over here with this. This harness, of course, disconnect the earths, obviously, will end up over there. Now, if you're reusing your rock cover, number 1, look for cracks. Look for cracks along this area as well. If you're reusing the rock cover, you want to reseal the back of the Vanos. You'll also have to do a relearn on the Vanos. So the Vanos motor, you just remove here with 2 torque bits, and there's a cradle bolt underneath. It is spring loaded. And I'm sort of PISSED that I didn't make this video before, because one other note, there's an oil squirter. Well, can I see it? No. So there's an oil squirter from here to here. And some people might think that it's actually a spring to sit in the back of the Vanos worm drive. It's not. It's very easy to bend the oil squirter when you're removing the rocker cover. So the oil squirter squirts on the worm drive. It doesn't sit in the back of the actual drive because it looks like it doubles as a spring. The spring tension that you feel when you remove this drive motor is actually the camshaft, okay, with the cog on it. Now, you're going to struggle to get the rock cover out from here always. Remove this rubber strip, okay? Remove it and get someone else to help you. It does come out, and it's not going to help you to just take this out. It helps a little bit. You may want to have someone hold it up. The rock cover does go in because what you've got is all the springs for the camshaft actuators right up here. So, you know, the main thing with this is you are going to pinch and dislocate the gasket. So glue all the gaskets on with Permatex or silicone, whatever. When you're installing the rock cover, make sure the gasket has not moved. That's your main thing. Cracked cover, misinstallation, and destruction of connectors and wiring. These are very robust, as in the plastic. It's not like the newer cars. They're sort of made a bit better, these ones, back then. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, the rest all straightforward. Get ready with 6 spark plugs, obviously. If any of your coils have been soaked in oil for a long time, get ready for some coils. So you want to be ready for the job if you don't have the time for the car to be sitting around forever. And that's pretty much it. You can see that we've just installed the manifold. I've just installed it. So just as I put it back together, I realised, oh, the video. Sorry, guys, but starter motor's under there. Very straightforward. Once the manifold's out, it's all the other stuff you've got to be concerned about. But just remember, don't damage the wiring, right? This wiring group will actually end up here. This wiring group will actually end up over there. And do a few trial runs. Like, you don't want to chuck everything back together and mix it up. So you want to make sure you remove these runners and then reinstall correctly, positioning this one under and not over and stuff like that. So take your time. Quite a pleasurable job to do if you enjoy that sort of thing. And these are all, that's all straightforward, isn't it? We all know these parts of the car. So the cabin filter and the strut braces, very nicely made. Really, really is. Shame they leak at 60,000 Ks, but anyway. Yeah, that's it. Throttle body stays clean. Valves stay clean. So you haven't got what you got with the newer cars here. Make sure everything's pushed in and don't use excessive force. Like, there's no reason to break any of this. Okay, that's about it, guys. Hope that helps. Bye.